Are nurses leaving their beloved staff position in droves?
Hell yes.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Zing RX, and today we will be talking about the hottest topic going on in nursing right now, and that is the news that's spreading about how the government wants to cap pay for the nurses. Okay, yeah, you heard me.
What? Girl, please. What are we gonna do?
All right. All jokes aside, okay? The real tea is how the government, specifically Congress, is targeting the nursing agencies because they feel like they are price gouging hospitals and taking advantage of them during such unprecedented times as these during this pandemic, knowing that it will affect the ever-growing nursing shortage. Now, hold on a second, okay? Let's just... It was already a nursing shortage to begin with, and just because these agencies are getting more money for us does not necessarily mean that they're causing more of a nursing shortage. Don't blame that on them. Nurses getting compensated exactly what we should is affecting the nursing shortage. I think there's way more to that story, sweetheart. You want to hear it? Here we go. Let's talk about what is exactly causing the nursing shortage. So I have actually 3 reasons, in my opinion, why exactly there is an exacerbation of this nursing shortage, which will probably be the same reasons pre-COVID and after COVID. It's the same thing. They'll never change unless the government can actually pay attention to these 3 things instead of our pay. Having to deal with more patients than you can actually handle not only puts the patient at risk for negative outcomes, but also the nurse. And what I mean by that on the patient aspect is that if the nurse is severely overwhelmed because he or she has way too many patients that's deemed unsafe, medication errors are more likely to occur. New onset or a change in a patient's status can be missed. On the nursing aspect, plain and simple, a nurse can lose their license for the previous things that I just stated, leaving that nurse unable to work and possibly throwing everything away that she worked or he worked so hard for. The second thing is burnout, emotionally and physically and mentally. As nurses, we have to play the roles of so many different things: patient advocate, counselor, detective, manager, educator too. With all of these roles come tremendous responsibilities. And to top all of that off, we have to communicate with every single person about the care of the patient. I'm talking about the interdisciplinary team like occupational and physical therapists, attending doctors, and the ones who are specialized. We have to constantly call pharmacy. Y'all know, we always gotta call pharmacy for some stuff, okay? We missing meds, we need this medication, we need this IV med, we need this and that. We always calling. And we're calling the lab about blood work. We are juggling 100 things. Don't get me started on the physical and emotional strain that we have to endure as well while caring for these patients. The third thing, underappreciated and undervalued. I do feel like nurses have already felt as though they deserve more in the past. But baby, this pandemic has not only shined the brightest light on our issues, but it has opened up doors for those who were once scared to step out on faith and just say, F it, I'm going to be a travel nurse. You can only work for $28 to $35 an hour for so long, while Ashley over here is just in the same unit doing the same exact thing that you're doing for triple, double, quadruple that amount, especially when the best thing administration in your hospital can do to show their appreciation is ordering some goddamn pizza. I mean, we all love pizza, but that ain't enough. Now, I'm not saying all hospitals do that and don't do more. Let's just say that the general consensus is that they are all not doing enough to help with the retention of their staff or giving out of the ordinary incentives for people to even stay. I actually have a video explaining some more reasons as to why there is a nursing shortage. I will probably give you guys some more insight into the things that exacerbate this issue right here. And if you guys are really enjoying this video, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, because that would really help out my channel. Y'all, I'm trying to grow and I'm trying to give you guys some really good quality content, so I would really appreciate that. I have an article from nurse.org that I want to talk to you guys about. So it was basically some letters sent from different entities. And so it basically said, most recently, the American Healthcare Association, National Center for Assisted Living, Leading Age, and a coalition of long-term care and senior living organizations sent a letter to White House officials warning against the price gouging happening in staffing agencies and how the practice is harmful to both patients and providers who have received fixed reimbursement primarily through Medicare and Medicaid. The letter was also followed by another one, signed by 200 supporters. First of all, y'all 200 supporters, I got some words for y'all. If I know who y'all are and I see you, it's a wrap, okay? Well, we're gonna have some words, because this is just not right. It's just not cool. Urging Congress to enlist federal agencies with competition and consumer protection authority to investigate the conduct of nurse staffing agencies to determine if it is the product of anti-competitive activity and or violates consumer protection laws. The letter cited that nursing staffing agencies are sometimes taking as much as 40% of the fee collected from hospitals, adding that continuing to pay the high fees to staffing agencies is simply unsustainable. Let's get into some other commentary. So, not another article, but from the people. And I'm talking about my fellow nurses. I follow quite a few nursing groups on Facebook. If you are a nurse or a nursing student, I really do advise you to get on Facebook and join these groups. It is highly educational, informational. It's talking about the current things that are going on in nursing. Especially this topic right here has been brought up numerous times with varying opinions. So I think that it's very enlightening to just see, you know, how everyone else is feeling about this. All the agencies did was respond to the needs of the pandemic. The hospitals were begging for staff, and the agency said, you want staff? We can get you staff. We can draw staff here, but it's going to cost. If the hospitals would have done the same thing themselves, then they would have had staff and didn't need the agency to step in with an answer to their need. I agree. I think that hospitals should take this as a lesson and not as an insult. I think that they should reevaluate. Just the tip of the iceberg, what I told you guys, okay, about the reasons why there's a nursing shortage. There's so many more reasons. And the wage cap is going to be another reason. Let's just be honest. So one more person said, I think this will hurt a lot of travel companies and increase competition between the nurses for contracts. Again, contributing to a real shortage. Are nurses leaving their beloved staff position in droves? Hell yes. Nurses are tired. We are finally realizing what we are worth. In 2020, when COVID-19 first hit, we were called heroes. And now we're being called or looked at as greedy. The government can say that we are not targeting the hardworking nurses going out there to actually take care of those patients. But we are directly targeting and trying to put a pay cap on how much agencies can charge a hospital. And just to be clear, nursing agencies, for those of you guys who do not know, are companies that hire licensed healthcare professionals to work for hospitals, nursing homes, etc., contractually or on a per diem basis. The agency and hospital agree on an hourly rate, and the agency takes a percentage of that said rate, and they give the hired professional the rest of the rate. So agencies have full control over how much they can give you and I, the nurse. For example, let's just say the hospital pays the agency a flat rate of $130 an hour. Well, they can then pay that nurse $70 an hour. The agency then will keep about, let's just say $60, which is approximately 46% of that rate. That is almost half. Back with the first article from nurse.org, when they had said agencies take up to about 40% of the rate that's given from the hospitals, that's true. Sometimes we don't even really know how much the agencies get. They could be getting $200 an hour for a nurse, but telling us it's 100. So they really could be taking 50 or 40%. Absolutely. Now, is that a problem all on its own, depending on how much money they take? Yes. But that is a topic to dive into another time, okay? We're gonna dive into that one of these days. Directly capping nurse agencies' hourly rates is definitely directly impacting the nurses working for them. You cap them, in turn limits how much we will be able to be paid. This also will affect staff nurses as well, leading to even more understaffing and unsafe work environments. Travel and local agency nurses will not work if the rates drop too low, leading to more burnout, and then the cycle continues. Listen, this supposed pay cap in the end just will not work. Because I honestly agree with the other fellow nurses that this shortage will reach heights that are even higher than they are now. This supposed pay cap in the end just will not work, because I honestly agree with my other fellow nurses that the shortage will reach heights that are even higher than they are now. And if you are a nurse watching this, I definitely have other nursing topics in my nursing playlist that you do not want to miss. So go ahead and check those out. And as usual, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.